Today I want to discuss the life of a high achieving, on the face of it, doing really, really well, great job, first in your family to do X, Y, Z, and how it feels, how isolating and alienating it feels when you reach out to someone and you're like, yo, I'm struggling, I feel like an imposter and it's a lot. And they go, but you're amazing. No, you're amazing. You've got this. Because it's a very lonely existence. And I feel like because you're making it look so good, it's like people don't believe you. And I was speaking to someone about this recently, and it's something that I do relate to because I have been someone who did really well academically. Even though I struggled with dyslexia, I still was always in elite institutions. And I think part of the experience when you are used to navigating spaces that aren't necessarily for you is to split and understand how to navigate those spaces, i.e. how to perform and how to perform well. And therefore you have this version of yourself that you put forward, and this version is doing really well, but there's here who feels more akin to how you genuinely feel, which is, oh my God, am I good enough? They probably think I'm this. Let me work extra hard to make sure that I am like who they think I am. And oh God, but you are like not that good. And so this feels more true, but this is who you're out in the world as. So when someone is interfacing with this, here just feels like they don't know me at all. They don't know me. And the truth is they don't. They know this. And I was having a long conversation not too long ago. And how do we collapse the time and space so that these two identities can merge? First of all, there needs to be awareness of the fact that there are these two identities. That's a first step, because awareness is key. Because when you've normalized that experience, that kind of duality, and you are used to observing yourself and almost grading yourself on how good you're doing and how well you're performing, and that is your existence, sort of like you're here, but you're also like, why did I say that? Did that sound really clever? I think that was all right. Yeah. Rather than actually just being in your body and existing. And do you know what I mean? Those who know will totally know, and those who experience does not align with this will be like, huh? And that's okay, because I'm talking to who I'm talking to. Anyway, this split causes a lot of anguish, and the only way to really reconcile this, oh God, I feel like crap and I'm hating this, but I still have to show up like, yeah, and people being like, you're amazing, you're so good, and you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't feel like that. And it really hurts when the people closest to you are saying that, because it doesn't feel like the compliment that they are intending it to. Like they want to speak life into you, but all it does is further alienate you from them, because you are alienated from you. So what's the do? What's the solve? What to do? What is the solve? Well, in my journey, this is something, as I say, I identify with heavily. I did a lot of my shadow work in a rehearsal space in the acting world. And it sounds kind of crazy, but this is where I learnt about how inauthentic I was. I'm gonna keep it true. I used to go into like a method acting classroom, and I couldn't get why people sitting next to me were able to just cry on cue and be like, I remember when my cat died, and just start bawling. I was like, oh, okay, let me try. Not a tear, not even just nothing. And I didn't get it. And it's because I had made such an art of performing this version of myself. I couldn't get close to an authentic emotion because, one, I never felt safe enough to be vulnerable in public spaces. What the hell? Like, I don't have a death wish. I'm not about to like bare my beating heart. And I think a lot of people will relate to this. Like at work, how come certain women are just crying just out here crying? Okay, you feel overwhelmed. sorry about that. And, you know, in the loos, at the desk, there's always a white woman crying somewhere. And it's because they feel safe enough to. Us, on the other hand, who I've got a couple problems, got a few reasons to cry at work. Behave. Like, it doesn't happen. And it is because we've locked our authentic thoughts and feelings so far down because we're so busy. Aren't I great? La 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 la. It's not viable to crack open and have a beautiful cathartic moment where all your emotions bubble up. And if you're broken to the point where you are blubbering at work, normally we save it till we're home crying into our pillow. But if we dare let a tear fall, we feel shame. We feel absolute shame, and like the world might end and like we might lose our job or whatever. So yeah, awareness is the first step. That rehearsal room is where I gained my awareness. And then it was really about, and this is why the acting space, the rehearsal space, was really essentially a form of therapy, genuinely, because I was allowing myself to explore these different aspects via a character. All of this stuff that I didn't give myself the time or space to feel. I was doing it as Miss Julie or Lady Macbeth, and it was really healing. I then did need to take it into a therapeutic room because although I was able to embody these powerful, rageful, flirty aspects of myself that I just didn't give myself the space to play with in real life, I was still not claiming them fully outside of that play rehearsal space. So, therapy, parts work, shadow work, very, very important when we're on this journey of authenticity, because otherwise we stay alienated, we stay performing, we stay feeling gaslit when people are telling us how brilliant we are and we're like, babes, no. And if you know, you know. So get your ass in the therapy room. It worked for me. So